us tonight for this Monday night presentation. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers came away with the win against Portland.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lillard misses. On defense, the Trailblazers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
Here's G, covered by Lillard. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Hill sets the screen for Bryant. Shot from free throw range. That one wide left.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense, and he missed it. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here is Young. Last game he had 13.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
And the foul called on G. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Lopez outside. He kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. With a floater and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And his free throws are only going in at about a 72% rate this season. Not a terrible number, but something that could definitely improve.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Let's send it out to Doris Berg, who caught up with head coach Terry Stotts. DB?
Obviously he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers. And no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
G kicks to Millsap. Drops it in from 11 feet. Millsap's got his second bucket.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard outside. Dishes to McCollum. Aldridge against Millsap. It's stolen by G. Pushing it up. Lakers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Well, pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club. Right around 78% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And so Young nails them both. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Feeds it to Lopez. Lillard, a screen on Hill. McCollum kicks to Batum. Off target from outside. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now the pass to G. Pick up by Hill. G passes to Hill. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
On the wing, Bryant. Defended by Batum. And that one's good by G.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up. And a moment here to check out Nicholas Batum. Now the last month of basketball. He's putting up about 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
So it's the Lakers now. After the miss from Damian Lillard. The kick out to Bryant. The feed to G. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Bryant. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. In third, the Lakers.
The last few weeks have shown these guys that being patient with your passing can earn you some easy looks and baskets. Excellent teamwork. The more you do it, the more you're rewarded, and it becomes contagious.
Now, here's Lillard. Right now averaging 27 points a game. To stop the drought, Paul Millsap with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Some changes for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Millsap. Butler comes in for Young, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Kobe. White, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Brian Roberts comes in for Damian Lillard, and that one's good.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Here's Roberts. 14 points from him the last game against the Utah Jazz. Left side, Batum. Robinson sets a screen for Batum. Left side, Batum. Good!
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Davis sets a screen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. No luck.
Well, you got to love the effort, but probably an ill-advised decision in the end to go for that alley-oop.
Yep, that sequence went from pretty to ugly in a hurry.
Outside, Batum. That gives them the lead. Roberts got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Out to the right wing. Here's G. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
A nice shot by Roberts.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Lakers rank in the league right now. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
Here's G. The Blazers getting the bucket. Goes up on the high post. Chris Kaman with the rebound.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
30 seconds left to play here in the first. Roberts dishes to Robinson. Here's Batum. Portland, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79%.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Team. I mean, they can.
Portland leading. On the floor for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Batum in at the small forward. Here's Aldridge. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Now you gotta love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I gotta find something, you're right. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, G, in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He had 20 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Let's just say he was really good.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Young with no one around. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Trailblazers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. LA's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. G kicks to Young. Bryant in the post. He's guarded by McCollum. The shot by Bryant, no good.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Lopez, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
G kicks to Young. Right side, Kobe. Back to Young. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 3 assists in the game. For Portland, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Rivers his team. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense, lots of shots, and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Hill. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
McCollum with the ball. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. And he drops that one in.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Damian Lillard is second.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
So a moment now to see the story on Kobe Bryant. Over the last month, making major contributions. He's averaging 19 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Certainly not numbers he should be disappointed in, but we know what a high standard he holds himself to.
Well, quite honestly, I hope he's not disappointed. I mean, he's been giving them major contributions on a daily basis.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Kicks it out to Lillard. There's the dish to Aldridge. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal. Here's G. Bryant passes to Hill. Millsap has the open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And now a 4-point Laker lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Lakers?
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
For the Trailblazers, they've really struggled against Millsap.
He's got 8 points and a steal.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, he's shooting about 74% from the line this year, guys. That's a decent percentage.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Randall's checked in for Jordan Hill. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Whitey's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Brian Roberts subbed in for McCollum. Clock at 6. Kaman trying to break free. Robinson misses.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Millsap. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Millsap's got 8 points in the quarter.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And Wright kicks to Lillard. Back to Wright. Passes it to Roberts. To halt the run. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Robinson.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's G. A 20-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score. That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Los Angeles leading by 4. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Kobe shoots off the screen. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Well, and you know the fans out in Toronto hoping for a win in that game.
Lillard dishes to Roberts. Here's Robinson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right, on dunks and layups again.
And we're through.
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there. To begin with, we're shooting the ball at a very good percentage. And the way to keep that going is to continue to work the ball around and find good looks, open looks. Don't get away from that. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. And let's head out there in the third with one play in mind that will get our offense rolling. The pick and roll. Let's see what kind of answer they have for that. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Quarter welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. G is in at the point. Hill is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Kobe. And it's Young in at the small forward. Here's Aldridge, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Let's check out how the Lakers stacked up, Kevin, over the last month in the NBA statistics. First in shooting percentage, first in three-point shooting, and they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
On its way from Young for two. Again, Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard outside. Pass to McCollum. He feeds it to Aldridge. And the foul called on G. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
Portland with the ball. Trailing here by 8. 6 to shoot. Batum attacking. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. And that's now 8 points for Batum.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
G kicks to Young. G passes to Young. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Millsap trying to get open. Bryant's shot is good.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Doris had some words for his team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. He also brought up offensive rebounding as something that should be a priority, saying, quote, "Those are the battles we can and should win." Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. The players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the court. A list of the steal leaders among point guards. Look at G, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Well, despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
You know what? I think you're right there. I probably would too, Steve, if I were as strong a defender as he is. That wasn't the case when I played. He is so active. Great anticipation. I think he's at the top of the defensive list for that reason.
Kicks it to Hill. Pass to Millsap. G dishes to Young. They shoot again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. He's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves. He's around 26 points per game, 9 assists, and 2 rebounds. With him, he gets so much, but really having someone lead the way scoring-wise is probably his best attribute.
And you know, Steve, it's not easy to find consistent scoring, but he definitely feels that need for this team.
Butler, he's checked in for the Lakers. Jeremy Lin comes in for Bryant. Lillard misses.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
The defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And G with the stop. Nice option, determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a pass to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
And it's Butler missing.
So hard not to go for it when you see a chance for an alley-oop like there was there.
I know he wishes he hadn't.
And Lillard kicks to Lopez. He dishes it to McCollum. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The offensive rebound, Lopez. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Lopez has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Los Angeles leading by 6. Hill is screen on Lillard. G passes to Hill. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Lakers. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Portland Trailblazers, they have a lot of ground to make up.
Seeing where the Trailblazers are, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success as they had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Roberts dishes to Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It goes on Ed Davis.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 11 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
Randall's checked in for the Lakers. And Portland with a change here, too. White's checked in. G kicks to Randall. Here's G, defended by Batum. There's a good screen. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Chris Kaman is checked in for Portland. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Rice.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Davis sets a screen. Here's G. 12 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Right here, Kevin, over these last 10 games on the Trailblazers schedule, this is how they stack up compared to the rest of the league. 2nd in steals, 4th in blocks, and they also show up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. That's elite-level marksmanship at the stripe.
No, they just play hard, Clark. They play hard every single night, and that's really shown in those steals totals that you talked about. They really attack the offense. They try to make every possession a difficult one. And when they're on their game, they're forcing turnovers, creating havoc, and then getting out in transition.
And a wide-open look for Lynn. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Lynn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Roberts passes to Wright. Hands the shot from the wing. 1:36 left here in the 3rd quarter. Davis sets a screen. Here's G. Over in the corner, Barnes. He kicks it to G. Dishes it to Davis. The tray. Feeds to G. Davis sets a screen. G dishes to Davis. And that is good. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
And Roberts kicks to Kaman. And there's the pass to Roberts. The feed to Wright. Puts up a 3. The shot will not go. And it's the Lakers the other way. Then the pass to Randall. Shoots it up. Again, the Lakers.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the shot is good. Wright's got 6.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Here's Roberts. 5 points in the game. Kaman a screen. Jumper off the screen and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's G. to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
I should say.
The awareness, the release, everything was just perfect.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers on top, up 11. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Really excellent feed here. And I know what guys score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that skill right here on that replay.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Robinson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Kaman in at the center position. McCollum kicks to Robinson. Clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. Tries again. Aldridge trying to break free. No good at the rim. Los Angeles leading by 11. Bryant dishes to Randall.
LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his second personal foul.
That's free throw. No good. Robin Lopez is checked in for Portland.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here's Lillard. McCollum with the screen for Lillard. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
The Lakers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Here's G, covered by Lillard. Bryant with a screen on Lillard. Young with no one around. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Lopez inside. He's against Young. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard again missing.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Outside, Kobe. Right side, Bryant. G passes to Kobe. Lopez against Hill. Good D by Lopez. Trailblazers trail by 14. Lillard with it, picked up by Bryant. Aldridge kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Bryant. Lillard dishes to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
C.J. McCollum.
Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Here's Kobe. G passes to Hill. Bryant gets a wide open look, and off the glass. That one's good.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave at last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. G kicks to Bryant. That's good.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Lillard dishes to Lopez. Lillard with a screen for Lopez. Aldridge with a screen on Bryant. McCollum passes to Aldridge. On the mark with the 15-footer.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
G kicks to Hill, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Thomas Robinson. The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's stolen by G. Hill sets the screen for Young. G kicks to Kobe. Lots of room. And that's good off the glass that time. Kobe's got 6 in the quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Tries again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And that one misses.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either. As good a foul shooter as he is.
And that one's good. Bryant's got 10 points here in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around. That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen. If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
Yeah, the turnovers already piling up here in this quarter. Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The dish to G. It's Young on the wing. A 3-pointer is right on target. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Batum dishes to Lillard. Rejected by Millsap. And they're pushing it up. The kick out to Young. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Cullen passes to Aldridge. A floater, and that one's good. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's G. Young, right side. Left side, Bryant. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Lillard outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound by Kobe.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
G kicks to Kobe. Here's G. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists in the game.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Here's Aldridge. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Aldridge has got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. And Young, here we go. Passes to G. Shot clock at 6. Millsap a screen. G dishes to Millsap.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
At the line for your Lakers, Paul Millsap. At the line.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And Los Angeles.
Good D.
Back in for Kobe. And it's Jeremy Lin. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And time now to go courtside.
Well, all night long you were able to control the glass. A visibly winded warrior here. How were you able to get so many shots that came off the iron?
You know, I just try to be quick off my feet, basically. You know, as long as I bump a guy, throw him off balance a little bit, I can start to head over to grab boards. I know it's a big part of what our team needs, and I'm happy to provide it.
Mission accomplished tonight. Congratulations. Kev, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.